possible to find everything that we can about what led to that, how we got here, and of course, ultimately, how an assassin took Charlie's life.
All the time, just saying, you know, great work, or here's a new...
And if it weren't for Charlie Kirk, I would not be the Vice President of the United States. And I think about that a lot. I've thought about that a lot over the last few days. I mean, other than the president himself, Charlie was maybe the most important person in both getting us across the finish line, but actually getting me the nomination to begin with. It was his grassroots army. It was his advocacy that I think made me a credible selection for VP in the first place. And obviously the president makes the final determination, but it takes a team. And Charlie was such an incredibly important part of that team. It's one of the reasons why I feel so indebted to him. And one of the reasons, I mean, I worry, Susie, that he is fundamentally just an irreplaceable figure.
Well, I would say you and Charlie were a good tag team.
We were.
Let's take Bobby or Pete, for example.
Yep.
The president really didn't want a homogenized cabinet. He wanted different people that were, for whatever reason, a part of a movement that we need to keep. There were interest groups, there were coalitions and people that came to be Trump voters. We don't have an exact number, but it was certainly more than a few. And now we have 3.5 years to convert Trump voters to being Republicans.
Sure.
So that in 2028, we can keep the White House, the House, and the Senate. That's what Charlie helped us think through. I'll speak for myself. That's what Charlie helped me think through. Yes, his expertise was with young people, but he knew so much about everything. And he knew that there was this group of people we now call MAHA that were out there looking for a home. He found Bobby and introduced Bobby into our world. And now he's the Secretary of HHS. So.
But as long as you believe in what you're saying and you have conviction in it and you have truth and the facts on your side, it makes it a lot easier to say it. And that's what Charlie did for a living. And I know he inspired me as a young voice for President Trump now, like you said, behind the White House podium. And, you know, before every briefing, I always pray to Jesus Christ. And Charlie was so outspoken with his faith, and I will continue to be in honor of him. But I'll also think of Charlie and just how brilliantly he was able to combat the lies with facts and to do it with a smile.